Primary 3, it's Mrs. Hendry here, and today I'm going to be talking you through 3D shapes. 3D shapes are not flat and they have corners and they have edges and they have faces. Not all have the same amount of faces or edges or corners. If we look at the display in front of you here, you can see lots of different 3D objects that we can find around our home. If you want to pause the video, you could go and see if you could find any of these 3D objects around your house. Over here we have a sphere, and a sphere is really a ball kind of shape. Behind it there we have a cone, and perhaps you might have an ice cream cone in your home, and I just have a funnel shape, which is the closest that I can find to a cone. Over here we have a cylinder shape, and you might find cylinder shapes in tins of soup or baked beans, that kind of thing, or I have also a Pritt stick. This down here is a square based pyramid. Sometimes you get sweet boxes or chocolate boxes that come in that kind of shape. Over here we have a triangular prism, and we were given a Toblerone bar, and it is a triangular prism. Over here we have cuboids. We've got a box of tissues that's a cuboid shape, and a pencil sharpener, which is also a cuboid shape. Over here we have a cube, and here's a Rubik's cube, which is also a cube shape. And finally here is a triangle based pyramid, okay, and that's because the bottom of it is a triangle shape. And again, you might find boxes of chocolates and things that come in that shape. Okay, so every 3D shape is special and different from each other, and we call these the properties of 3D shapes. So we're going to go through each one in turn to show you why they are different, and perhaps you could do something similar with blue tack and post-it notes at home to help you to learn about the different properties of 3D shapes. So first of all, we've got the sphere, the ball shape, okay, and it doesn't have a face as such, okay. One of these flat edges, these are what we call the faces, the flat edges. It doesn't have any flat edges, so we wouldn't say it has a face, but it does have a curved, it is a curved face, if you like. We also have a cube over here, and the cube has quite a few different flat faces. Faces is a tricky word because it makes you think of eyes and a nose and a mouth, but actually it is just the flat face of the shape. So with our cube, put some post-it notes on all the flat faces, okay, and we can count together how many there are. So Sanji's just going to put post-it notes all around the flat faces, and then we can count them to see how many there are. So a cube has a face on the top, face on the bottom, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4 round the sides. So we would say a cube has 6 faces. It also has edges. It has edges because that's where the faces meet, okay? So this face and this face meet along this edge. And we can count the edges to 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it has the same at the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it also has 4 round the outside, okay? So that gives it 12 edges altogether. And it also has corners too, which we can show with the blue tack. So 1, 2, 3, 4 corners at the top, and it has 4 corners at the bottom. Okay, so we'd say our cube has 6 faces, it has 12 edges, and it has 8 corners. Okay, so that's what makes that shape special. Okay, I'm going to put it over beside the cube and the Rubik's Cube. Okay, our sphere has a curved face, okay, but it has no corners and it has no edges. I'm going to put it over there. We also have here our cone. Our cone, as you can see, has 1 flat face there, and it has a curved face here. Although this looks like it's a corner, it's not a corner because it's not where 2 flat faces meet. Okay, so it has its special properties is that it has 1 face, it has a curved face here, so a flat face and a curved face, no edges and no corners. Okay, I'm going to put the cone over with the other cones. Moving on to the cylinder, which is like the tin of soup or the Pritt stick. It has 2 flat faces on the top and on the bottom, and it has 1 curved face around the outside here. It has no straight edges, but it has 2 curved edges, one here and one around the bottom where 2 faces meet, and it has no corners. Okay, the cylinder with the other cylinders. Moving on to cuboid shape. Okay, cuboid shape, similar to a cube, okay, but it has different shapes inside it. The cube was made up of 6 squares, but the cuboid is made up of 4 rectangles, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 square faces here. So let's mark the faces and count them as we go. Got 1 face, 2 faces, 3 faces, 4 faces, 5 faces, and 6 faces. Okay, so it's got 6 faces, and it has corners, okay, where the edges meet the faces, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, and it has another 4 at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so special properties of the cuboid is that it has 6 faces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 8 corners, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it also has, just like the cube, it has 12 edges too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's our special properties of our cuboid. We've got the two of them there. And then moving on to the triangular prism. Okay, triangular prism faces are made up of 1, 2, 3 rectangles and 2 triangles. Okay, and we can mark them with the post-it notes. Okay, and as we go, 1, and 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so the triangular prism has 5 faces, 5 flat faces, and it has the following corners: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, and then the edge has some edges too, where the faces, the flat faces, meet the straight edges. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so it has 9 edges altogether for the triangular prism. We'll put it with the other triangular prisms over here. And that leaves me with the square-based pyramid and the triangular-based pyramid. Okay, so the square-based pyramid, you can see the square on the bottom, and then all around the sides we have triangles all the way around the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's count the faces together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the bottom 5. Okay, so it has 5 faces. Okay, and then where the flat faces meet the straight edges, we have some corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And finally, let's count the edges together. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the bottom we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 8 straight edges on the triangular based pyramid. And then finally we have that was the square based pyramid. And then finally we have the triangular base pyramid here. So you can see the triangle on the bottom, and then we have 3 further triangles around the outside. So let's count the faces together again. We've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we've got the 4 faces, and then we have got one corner where the flat edges meet the straight edges meet the flat faces. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. Okay, and then finally let's count the edges together. So there's 1 here, 1, 2, 3, and then on the bottom 4, 5, 6 straight edges. Okay, and that is our triangular based pyramid. Thank you for listening, Primary 3. I hope you are safe and well at home, and I look forward to posting a few more videos for you soon. Goodbye.